Here's Sly. Say hello to Sly. Sly the Sloth. Hey, and here we are, and Turtle says duck and cover because a new episode of Sons of Screens is coming in hot, and it's about to go ape shit. I am Faye, that is Colonel, and
Hola.
tonight we are talking some monkey apes, monkeys. They're the same thing in my world. We are going to we're going to discuss a childhood favorite of mine, and I wanted to revisit and see if I still love it as much as I did as a kid. That's 1995's Born to Be Wild, and then we're doing 1986's Link, starring Elizabeth Shue and General Zod himself, Terrence Stamp, and a movie that this is the first time I watched for both of us. So I'm very curious to see what both of our opinions are.
He was General Zod and he was Chancellor Valorum
What is that?
from Star Wars.
Was he?
Episode 1.
Oh yeah, episode 1. That's not one that I've repeated in my life.
Chancellor Valorum has always been one of our strongest supporters.
Fair enough. Right on. Which, I always try to decide which General Zod I like better. Either Terrence Stamp from the old Chris Reeves ones or Michael Shannon from Man of Steel.
He did a pretty good job.
I think I slight edge to Michael Shannon just because I love that one line that he does when he's getting arrested and the way he delivers, "I will find him! I will find him!" I love the way he delivers that, and just the way he delivers a lot of his dialogue in that movie. I'm like, You are very menacing, sir, and I appreciate it. And how he literally forced Superman to kill him, which caused controversy because Superman don't kill nobody or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And Superman fans were pissed off because he snapped General Zod's neck. I'm like, fuck that bitch. I'm glad he did. And that's why Henry Cavill is my favorite Superman. He is my Superman. It's a hell of a performance when he does that big old scream after he kills him to show that he really did not want to do that, but he fucking had to. I'm like, that's my guy.
Well, I think one of my favorite scenes, I think it was from Justice League, whenever they're trying to, the other heroes are trying to contain Superman, and
when they bring him back and he's a little evil.
Flash is running, and Superman just turns and looks at him while Flash is running. He's like, "You're not supposed to be able to be as fast as me."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he just casually looks over at him. I love Henry Cavill. He don't get appreciated enough. I've never watched that little fantasy show that he does, though. What is that? Witcher? Yeah.
I've seen the first season. I feel like I may have seen the second season. There's a lot of boobs in it.
Little FYI for it.
It's one that I want to, like, I'm kind of letting it play out, and then I'll probably revisit it and binge it.
Yeah. And then just watching him in interviews and press junkets and stuff, he's a big old nerd like the rest of us. He just happens to be a chiseled, handsome man at the same time. Like, fuck you, but you're also awesome. Don't know how I feel.
Yep.
Anyway, you've got a beer that you.
I do have a beer. So I went to the store today, tried to find some monkey-related beer. And I'm not even sure that this is a monkey now the more I look at it, but this is the closest I could find. It is a...
That's cool looking.
Cherry cheesecake sling du jour.
Sling du jour. That's fancy. It's like gangster and proper at the same time. Sling du jour.
So I like cherry cheesecake. I just don't know if I'm going to like it in beer form.
Depends on how heavy they do in the flavor.
Well, it is a sour.
Oh,
it smells really good. It literally smells like a cherry cheesecake. Wow.
Yeah, that sounds like a good wow.
Yeah. I'm probably going to be buying another one of these for my wife.
Now we'll see how you feel at the end of it, because you know how sometimes they start out great and then they turn.
It's a little sweet. I wouldn't be able to drink very many of them.
Right. Not just because they get you drunk, but
it literally tastes like I'm drinking a cherry cheesecake.
Nice.
Well, shall we get into recent watches, or?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll go first because, again, so been battling sicknesses this week, so didn't get a chance to watch a ton of stuff. But I did watch the sequel to the Ash Lad. This was
Ashlad?
the Ash Lad in Search of the Golden Castle. So
Never
this
heard of Ashlad before.
Well, so I watched the first one a few weeks ago with my daughter. It was one that was dubbed,
Oh, it's one of the. Okay, yeah, I got you.
so it was like a Scottish film or something, but it
Ooh.
was dubbed in English. So
Well, if it's Scottish, it's English. It's just thick accent.
well, then it wasn't Scottish. I don't know
I
because
was like, you threw me off there. I was like, wait a minute, Scottish is English.
the words they were saying did not match what the words that were being said.
Even in an animation.
It wasn't animated. It was live action.
Oh, oh, Ashlad. That's an interesting name.
It's
What's
it's
the
it's
what's
a
the
kids
premise
movie,
of
but
it?
it's fantasy. It was fun to watch. Next thing we watched was If Imaginary Friend,
Krasinski and Carell reunite,
and Ryan Reynolds.
and Ryan Reynolds. Yes,
I
yeah,
really like
yeah,
that
that's right.
movie. That's a good movie.
Krasinski directed that. Yeah,
Yes, he did.
yeah, he's a good
I just
director.
like him.
Because he also did The Quiet Place, and I fucking loved The Quiet Place. That
Hmm.
first one, that was so fucking good.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked the first one better than the second and third, but
I
I mean
mean,
all
yeah,
three of
I
them.
mean, all three of them are good. But
Yeah.
that first one was pretty phenomenal. I think. Like it kept me glued the whole time and kept me on the edge of my seat. It's just
Hmm.
suspense, clenching my butthole the whole fucking
What
time.
really frustrated me in the first one is like he yells to save his kid, and then like 30 seconds later, the army shows up.
Yeah, like I think too much into that whole him thinking that was the only way he was going to be able to resolve that ending there is to yell and kill himself to save his daughter. I'm like, can we try a couple other things first before you decide to do that? You know.
Hmm.
But it was a nice, sweet ending because they were clashing a little bit, him and his daughter. So
Yep.
it was a proper way to do it, I would say.
Yep. So the next movie that we visited was another revisit to the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Ah, Super Mario Galaxy comes out in April.
I know. I'm excited for that.
Me too. Did you ever play Mario Galaxy on the
I
Wii?
don't think I ever played Galaxy.
God, that's so fun. Makes you dizzy, but it's fun as fuck.
Wasn't it one of the first like 3D real world Mario games?
That goes to Mario 64. Would be the
Okay.
first like 3D one. But this was like the big Mario game for the Wii system when
Okay.
it got released. And it
Yeah, I
was
didn't
fun.
get a whole lot of the Mario games that were on the Wii.
That was a good one. There's a Galaxy 2 also, but I never got to play that one. I want to check
Hmm.
that one
So the next movie was Trolls Band Together.
out. Is that the one that NSYNC did a song for?
Yep, NSYNC got back together to sing one song.
One song, and it was an okay song. It was a little disappointing though. I mean, like, yeah, NSYNC's bringing a new song, and then it was just
I
like,
loved the song.
do you?
Took me to a better place.
Nah. The kid song that's been out for the last year that I'm just finally starting to bop to is that damn K-pop song, that Demon Hunter song,
Yeah,
Golden. The
I can't remember the name of it right now.
It's called Golden. It's on my Spotify now.
I haven't watched K-pop Demon Hunters. I've been trying.
I've
to
never
skip
watched it
through
either.
but
That song is catchy as fuck.
yeah, it has some good songs in it.
That's the only one I know of it is that main one that everybody fucking jams. And I'm like, all right, I'm in.
Yeah. So the my last recent watch for the week was Trolls World Tour.
Ah, long trolls.
So yeah, it was all kids movies this week. But like I said, we were battling some sickness, so we watch movie with the kids, and then when it was bedtime, I did not have the stamina to stay awake to watch another movie that would have been an adult movie.
Nice. All right. Well, my recent watches starts with another monkey movie that came out in '95, like Born to Be Wild. It was Congo.
Congo,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. Another one where actors are in ape suits, but if you compare Congo and Born to Be Wild, the suits, Congo is awful. Those suits are hideous. I was just like, God, who designed those and who cleared these? It's like those don't look like monkeys at all. And it's an interesting watch. I mean, the opening scene has Bruce Campbell. I'm like, oh yeah, he's in this. Okay,
I forgot he was in that movie.
yeah, he's in
I
this
haven't
at the
visited
very
that one in a
beginning.
while.
Yeah, it hits that borderline. It's so bad it's good,
Hmm.
but it also still stays on the side that where it's just bad. It's like I was sitting there finding things I liked about it. There were some cool lighting aspects to it and interesting color choices. All those little technical things that I was forcing myself to enjoy while I was watching this piece of crap. But it is fun to revisit it, and another sign language and monkey. I love those signing monkeys.
You just love monkeys.
I just love monkeys. And you would think that'd be my favorite animal, but no, it's sloth.
It's a
Sloth
sloth.
is my favorite animal. It's my spirit animal.
Spirit fingers.
Here's Sly. Say hello to Sly. Sly the sloth, named him after Sylvester Stallone.
There you go.
Buddy Ryan got this for me. It's pretty good because I love sloths, and it even says spirit animal on the hoodie because it's my spirit animal, and it's a blue hoodie, which is my favorite color, and it matches my thunder hoodie that I got. So I'm like, that was just a fucking perfect fucking gift. He sleeps with me all the time. So in a way, Ryan sleeps with me all the time. Shout out Ryan Bolin. But then I decided to dive into King Kong.
Nice.
I started out with the original 1933. That's
Okay.
a like a hell of a watch to watch now. Because I mean, when you watch it now, clearly the effects didn't really
Right.
age well. But also, if you take yourself back, like be a kid in 1933 and you're watching the movie, your mind's
See, I
gonna
never
fucking
I never
blow.
watched the original.
It's I mean it's still a good watch. It holds up.
Yeah.
And you're still impressed like damn, this was in 1933 they pulled this kind of shit off.
Hmm.
That was good stuff.
Yeah, I think my favorite version of King Kong is the one with Jack Black.
Yeah, Peter Jackson's King
Yeah,
Kong,
that's right.
which I watched that one too. I got the 4K of that and I popped that in. I watched those back to back just to kind of compare. And I mean, they do match up. Just Peter Jackson, modernized it and of course
Right.
extended it because it went from an hour and a half to almost 3.5 fucking hours. But all the same things, all
We'll
the
get you into those
nods.
long movies, and you're gonna start liking them.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I like that one. So then I decided to go back and watch the sequel to the 1933 one called Son of Kong.
Okay.
It's free on YouTube, and their visual effects on this one did not match up to the visual effects in the 1933 one. It was pretty bad. And it's just about King Kong had a son that they discovered on Skull Island, which it wasn't even called Skull Island yet back then. But it was there. And then I watched the 1976 remake of King Kong
We went all
with
in on
uh
King Kong.
with Jeff Bridges and Jessica Lange.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't think I've seen that one either.
that's actually it's really good. And while King Kong is holding Jessica Lange, he's like poking her, and he pokes her top right off her, and there's Jessica Lange titties. I'm like,
Okay.
sweet, good job, King Kong.
I'm always okay with seeing boobies.
And for the '70s visual effects, it was solid. It's clearly a dude in a suit, of course. But there are aspects of making things look small and him look big. I
Yeah.
mean, they executed that whole thing really really well. And then there was a sequel to the '76 remake that came out 10 years later in '86 called King Kong Lives. It had Linda Hamilton in it.
Oh,
I love me some
Sarah
Terminator.
Connor.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a movie. It was a movie.
Now you say that was a movie. Like, That was one that you watched just because it's there.
Yeah, I figured it because like I did watch before, but I was a kid, and it does have its good moments, and there's some impressive stuff, but it just also kind of drags. So I'm like, where are we going here? What are we doing? And just it wasn't the greatest thing in the world. But if you like 76 Con, you still got to watch that one just so you can connect the pieces. You
Yeah.
know, the whole completionist in all of us.
Well, and some of us.
Fair enough. And then I watched this movie because I was also gonna watch some end of the world like disaster movies because Greenland 2 was coming out this weekend.
Yeah.
Which the whole reason why I'm doing monkey movies this week is because the movie Primate came out this weekend. Just so the
Yep.
viewers know of where my thought process behind.
Oh, I know. I knew.
Right, I know. Yeah, I was talking to our tens of viewers that are checking this out.
All three people.
Yeah. To let them know why I decided to do monkeys this week, which I haven't seen Primate yet. I'm gonna go watch it tomorrow, hopefully. But yeah, so what I thought was gonna be a fun transition is there's a movie called 12 Monkeys with Brad Pitt and Bruce Willis. It just
That
has
is one I haven't seen yet.
and turns out it's directed by Terry Gilliam, which I've talked about him before. He's the director of the Monty Python movies.
Yep,
He did
yep.
the movie Brazil. He did Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. And so all of a sudden I'm like, okay, I'm a Terry Gilliam fan. Which this movie, watching it and learning Terry Gilliam films, I'm like, yeah, this is definitely made by him for sure. The way they did.
So was this your first time watch for 12 Monkeys?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Like there was little moments here and there. I'm like, okay, I've seen that part before, but maybe it's just because I kind of tuned in and out when I was younger.
Do you
someone's watching.
recommend it?
I do. Don't
Okay.
put it at the top of your list, but I mean, if you ever come across it, it's good, especially for Brad Pitt's performance because he plays a dude that's in an asylum, and the way he just fucking performs this
I'll
crazy
be honest
dude.
with you, Brad
It's
Pitt
good.
is just an amazing actor. Like every role that I've ever seen him play, he makes you believe that he is whatever he is.
Yeah, I think he kind of gets overlooked because he's such a handsome man, so
Yeah.
he's just known as that pretty boy. But he's a hell of a fucking actor, and
Mhm.
and the role that he does in this, he's what's the reason why this should be watched.
Toilet paper, new cars, computerized blenders, electrically operated sexual devices, stereo systems with brain implanted head.
I mean, Bruce Willis is Bruce Willis.
Right.
It's a Bruce Willis performance.
I mean, I really think that Brad Pitt might be like he's on my Mount Rushmore of actors.
Indeed. So yeah, I'd recommend that. Then I watched the documentary Making Apes. It's the documentary about the first Planet of the Apes on the makeup effects, how it was groundbreaking, the makeup that they did for that, and how it even introduced the best makeup category in the Academy Awards.
Nice.
And all that stuff. It was definitely a fun watch. Jack Pierce is the OG makeup artist in that one. Bow down to him. So then, of course, I watched the more recent trilogy of Planet of the Apes. I watched Rise, Dawn, and War.
Yep.
Planet of the Apes. I can watch those every day, all day, every day. I love
Now that
those.
is the new one is the new one's a trilogy or is there? I
Well,
thought
now the new one, the fourth one that just came out last year, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
with Kevin
I'm-
Durant.
Yeah, it's still connected because the opening of that movie is, well, there's spoilers. So, but it does connect. It does
Okay.
connect the new trilogy with that. So it's more of an extension, and they're doing a new trilogy extension off of that new trilogy. Are you keeping up with what I'm saying here? They
Yes,
started
I-
a new trilogy, but it's still related to. It's kind of like Star Wars, you know.
Right. It's a spin-off trilogy.
Yeah, there you go. That takes place three or 400 years after the ending of the Andy Serkis trilogy, I would call it.
Okay.
Which I would, of course, I watched Kingdom of the Planets too. That's the first time I watched it since I saw it in theater, and yeah, it's great. Kevin Durant is fucking amazing in that movie.
Can you tell it's him?
Yeah, especially since I did a deep dive in Kevin Durant and the way he performs and the way he talks. What a wonderful day!
What a wonderful day!
He's fucking, and the way he walks Yeah, it's definitely Kevin Durant, and he is definitely the best part in the movie. Unfortunately, he doesn't show up until about 45 minutes into it. But
Well, and what's really crazy is like I knew I'd seen Kevin Durant in all these movies, and like he was always just like a fringe character that I didn't really think about too much. But I
yeah,
was always like, oh, there he is. And then when he showed up to Frightmare, and he was taking the place of Warwick Davis because Warwick Davis' wife had passed,
right.
and I was like, man, there is no way that this is a quality replacement for Warwick Davis. And then I started kind of looking into him, and you know, okay, this is a pretty good replacement. And
And
then
I am very grateful that Frightmare did that because
and
now
then
I'm
I
a
met
big
him,
Kevin Durant
and
fan. Yeah,
meeting him is what really made him one of my favorite actors.
yeah, he's one of those names. If he's in it, I gotta check it out.
Yep.
That's why I was excited to watch the new Naked Gun because I knew he was in that bitch.
Yeah.
And Clown in the Cornfield. I was like, okay. Yeah.
Oh, he's in that one too. I haven't
Yep.
seen that one yet.
Yep. Which that's a fun one. Yeah, I'm a big Ken Durant fan. Thanks to Texas Frightmare, and that's what I had him sign. It was an 8x10 of his character in Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Because I was like, anytime I come across anybody that's been in a Planet of the Apes movie, I want to get their auto. Which there's not that many left, I would say.
Yeah.
If I ever got to meet Andy Serkis, that's what I'd get is something Caesar.
Planet of the Apes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Of all the wonderful things they did, because goddamn, that guy's phenomenal. I'm a huge Andy Serkis fan.
Yeah. If I met Andy Serkis, I might get him on in something from Inkheart.
Really?
Just because it's a random movie that. Yeah, I like to get those random movies that people are in.
He was even King Kong in Peter Jackson's King Kong.
I didn't know that.
So yeah, Planet of the Apes wasn't his first time playing a monkey.
There you go.
And goddamn, he's good at his facial expressions as Caesar, and you're definitely gonna be watching that new trilogy sometime this year.
Oh, I know.
With Andy Serkis.
Yeah.
It's
There's a few
happening.
trilogies I'll be watching this year for the first time.
Yes, sir, and I'm excited for you to see that one, especially since you're an Andy Serkis fan too. It's so good.
Since I'm a what?
Andy Serkis fan.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm my ear is still not completely vaccinated.
I mean, he is definitely the godfather of the motion capture.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, and then after I did that new trilogy, of course, I had to go revisit Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes with Mark Wahlberg.
What? What?
You didn't know that
I
existed?
did not know that existed.
Yeah. Tim Burton did a Planet of the Apes remake in 2001. I want to say 2002.
Okay.
Yeah, Tim Roth is an evil ape. Michael Clark Duncan is an ape in that movie. Paul Giamatti is an ape in this movie. And this is the last Planet of the Apes movie they've got there where it was actual makeup instead of digital.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, they missed the mark on a lot. That's why you probably haven't heard of it because it's not loved by any means.
Fair
But
enough.
it's a fun watch. I definitely recommend watching it. I mean, it's logical and it's storytelling, not fun, but it's a fun watch, like literal watch. So then I finally got off the monkeys.
You got off the monkey?
Yeah, I mean, I never get off my monkey. You know. I'm not gonna talk about the porns that I watched this week. That ain't gonna be in the recent watches.
Oh God.
That would be an all day thing. But randomly picked a romantic comedy starring Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell called Anyone But You.
Okay.
That was actually pretty solid romantic comedy. I enjoyed it. Just because, I mean, I love Glenn Powell. Like we were talking about, Brad Pitt is one of those great actors, but he's overlooked by his handsomeness. I think Glenn Powell falls in that same category. Phenomenal actor, but he's a gorgeous man, and so it's hard to look past how beautiful that man is.
I know we were talking about this a little bit before we started recording, but like Glenn Powell, really ever since Top Gun Maverick and Twisters came out, I feel like everything that he's been in, I've enjoyed watching.
Mhm.
So like, he's kind of turned into that next actor, kind of like Kevin Durant. If Glenn Powell's in it, I think I'm probably going to watch the movie because I'm probably going to like it.
And I've seen Glenn Powell's range. He's a hell of an actor, and he's a handsome fuck, and so I'm jealous of him, and I love him, and I hate him, and it's just good for you. Sydney Sweeney, I'm still on the fence with. Here the last month on all these shows, I've watched the Sydney Sweeney movie, apparently. And yeah, I mean, she's fine. I'll watch
Yeah,
it.
she is.
But well, yeah, but it's just sometimes I'm like, she's really good. Like when I watched her in that boxing movie that she did. But then sometimes I'm like, she's kind of annoying me. So I don't know. I'm still trying to figure Sydney Sweeney out when it comes to acting. Not when it comes to would I do her. You know.
Well, she plays one of those like a ditzy girl, that like one of those annoying girls in the White Lotus season 1.
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
I'm really trying to avoid that Sydney Sweeney rabbit hole that I'm apparently already in.
Well, you may as well watch the White Lotus because.
But that'd be me starting a show, and I'm not gonna start a show just because of Sydney Sweeney.
But it's got Alexandra Daddario. It's got Stifler's mom. It's got it's got the Jim
Jennifer
lookalike.
Coolidge. The Jim look. Oh, yeah, the Asian dude. I can't remember his name.
No, not him.
No,
The-
not him.
The intern.
Oh, oh, okay. Yeah, I can't remember his name too, but I know exactly what you're talking
The Asian dude though is funny. Like he's the one of the cops on like a lot of Marvel shows.
about. Mm-hmm.
The funny cop.
Or did you ever see the interview with Seth
Oh, yeah.
Rogen and James Franco? Yeah, he's Kim Jong Il or whatever in that movie.
Oh, is he really? I didn't realize that.
Yeah. They hate us because they ain't us. It's so fucking good. Eminem comes out as gay in that movie. It's a good movie.
It is a good movie.
But yeah, and that's the end of my recent watches there. But talking about speaking of starting shows, we are starting our segment this week.
We are. Hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and rate my beer.
Ah, yes, rate your beer.
So the cherry cheesecake was pretty good. It said it was a sour. I would not classify it as a sour. To me, it did not taste sour at all. It started getting that sweet, too sweet at the end, but that's just how beers are for me when they're sweet.
Right.
But I mean, it being so sweet is what kept it out of a top score. But I'll give it a 4.
Nice. So you'll definitely buy more so Abs can try some.
Yes, I will definitely be buying one for Abby. I think she'll like it.
Nice. Well, before we dive into our new segment, we're going to do a quick piss break.
Okay, Tay.
Okay. We'll be right back to talk It. Welcome to Derry. The first time me and Colonel have joined in on this show.
We'll be right back. And we're back.
And we're back. And we're going to talk a little It. Welcome to Derry.
Welcome
Episode
to Derry.
1. Episode 1.
The pilot.
Yes, Colonel and I have not watched this show yet. Obviously, It's been finished and people have seen it. So we're definitely going to talk spoilers. So if you haven't watched it yet...
It's been out long enough. Because
Yeah.
I feel like it finished, in November?
Yeah, November, December. I'm not really sure.
Like it's been out long enough that I'm not worried about spoilers at this point. Because anybody that decides to look at it, they're going to have already seen it and just want to see people talk about it.
Right. Right. So yeah, let's jump into this opening of this fucking show.
The opening was,
That was wild.
yeah, the fucking bat baby.
The Batman. Well, just that family, the way they're all of a sudden talking, like the kid's starting to spell words, and he's starting to spell some weird ass
The
words.
girl
And,
gets the fucking thing of liver.
and then spelling vasectomy because that's what she had after Dad knocked her up, and
He had after he knocked
yeah, and then after he knocked her up. Whatever. But,
And it was supposed to, like, I feel like what they were going for was it was supposed to be like that all American family or whatever that was just a fake family. Like that was not an all, like that was just a weird fucked up family.
yeah, well, because we were following this kid who we already thought was kind of weird anyway with this pacifier fascination that he had.
Right? But
I'm hoping they explain that a little more as the show goes on. But
yes, I hope so too.
but maybe not because okay, so yeah, that was wild with the weird winged demon baby and that family and
Yep.
that was just bad shit. So then we're starting to meet these kids,
hmm
And my initial thought after we meet all these kids, I'm like, oh, okay, these kids are cool. They're
Right.
good
I felt like
performers.
these were the kids that were going to be following through the whole series, and like they were building some backstory behind them, like why they felt so bad
Yeah.
about the Maddie kid disappearing. And
Like the only one I was iffy on when it comes to like acting was the kid that's obsessed with aliens and nipples and all that
right.
shit. I was like, okay. I was like, I think I can get used to you, but like the little Jewish kid, I'm like, you're cool.
Yeah,
Everybody
I
else is really
really like the
cool.
Jewish kid, and the fucking lampshade made out of skin.
I know I want one of those. I mean, not one that actually comes to life, but just like the lampshade would be cool.
That was a crazy scene.
Mm-hmm. 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 But yeah, so then naturally I was starting to compare him to the Losers Club from some 2017. I mean, I don't really think you're gonna beat when it comes to casting kids. That cast, I thought that was like perfect
That
casting.
wasn't a phenomenal cast.
Yeah, especially love the kid that played Eddie. The kid that's sick that has all the medication and
Yeah,
calls them gazebos instead of placebos. But I mean, I was down to follow these kids.
yeah. I was not expecting three kids. Well, four if you include the opening scene, but like 3 to 4 kids dying in the first episode was not what I expected.
Yeah, I really thought these were the kids that were going to follow the whole season, and all of a sudden, nope. We're here at the end of the episode. We're just gonna kill them all off except for the girl.
2 girls.
Hmm. I was like, wow. I'm curious to see what happens with this whole military thing because right now I'm
Yeah,
not really into that.
they really didn't like they're bringing it in so you know that there's going to be something to do with this.
Right, and we'll learn more about it as the show goes on. But
And it
right
was
now,
and
it
it was
doesn't
the
catch my
60s, so you had
interest.
to throw that racist guy in there.
Right, of course. Yeah, 1962, 27 years before the 2017 version. Because every 27 years when he comes out to feed, good old
Right.
Pennywise.
Well, and wasn't I need to revisit it chapter 1 and 2 because I feel like the in chapter 1 don't the parents know something's going on or are aware of it?
I don't think so.
Okay, because
I think there's like a history of Derry and kids going missing, but they never looked beyond that.
well, it just makes me wonder.
Especially since it was 27 years ago.
Right, it's just making me wonder if there's anybody from the It movies that are.
I'm guessing that Jewish kid's related to the Jewish kid in the 89 group, the 2017 kids.
Probably.
I mean, they had the same curly hair and shit. So.
It's true.
Yeah, so I'll be curious to hear that. And from what I understand, because I mean, living in the pop culture world, I've seen little things here and there about this series. Like I don't really have full spoilers on what happens in Welcome to
Yeah.
Derry, but I saw that they brought in the dude from The Shining, the black dude. He's a part of this series somehow.
Okay.
So apparently they're integrating like other Stephen King stories into this series as well.
Well, and like all of his novels have this what we'll call the same universe.
Okay, yeah. Well, now I guess they're really going into it with this series.
I
Apparently,
know there's some, whether it's in the books or the movies, I don't remember. I think it's in the books where they'll reference a town that's like they'll reference Derry and something.
yeah. Okay. I've noticed there's been Shawshank references and random shit too. So I wouldn't be surprised if I see a Shawshank bus or something in it. Welcome to
I'll have
Derry.
to keep an eye out for that because I didn't even think about them incorporating some of the other Stephen King.
Yeah, apparently that's the thing. But can't remember his name from The Shining. But the black dude that gets the axe to the chest. Apparently he's a character in this show at some point.
Okay.
So I'll be curious to see that. But I mean, overall, my thought though in this first episode is I'm definitely color me intrigued. I'm
Yes.
definitely excited to watch the next episode.
Yeah. At first, it was a little like it took some like you had to follow pretty close initially, and then
As most shows, you got to introduce
Right.
characters and all that stuff.
right. And I'm probably going to rewatch this episode again because my daughter is having a sleepover tonight, so there was a lot of a lot of noise going on when I was trying to watch this, and with my ear like it is, I'm already having trouble hearing it when I'm just focused solely on the show. And I
Right.
can't turn it up very loud because then my wife says it's too loud. And yeah, so I'm gonna probably rewatch it with headphones so that I can
There you go.
try and pick up on things that I probably missed the first watch.
Well, from what you saw, though, you're like, there's something you can get into.
Oh yeah, so we don't have HBO Max right now. We're gonna get it, but instead of us, like we're trying to figure out if we've got a family member that already has it that we can do their add-on package thing. And not knowing how long that's going to take, I was just like, you know what? Went on our Voodoo account, Fandango, whatever you want to call it. It was $25 for the season. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to buy it because I know I'm going to.
Oh, is that what you did? Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, how'd you watch it then? But there we go. Got my answer.
Well, and it's it. I'm going to want to revisit it later.
And I'm not even mad that we don't have Pennywise yet. I'm not sure exactly when he's going to appear, but we know he's going to appear eventually.
Well, and I think we might. I don't know if it's going to be the baby, the Bat Baby, or the Maddie kid, but in the.
Oh, well, I mean, he had that lip smile and stuff like that, but actual Skarsgård as Pennywise, I know we're going to get that eventually.
So he actually, I saw him as executive producer. He actually is he actually does reprise.
Yes, he reprises his role as Pennywise in this. I just don't know when and how, or if they wait till the end or in the middle, or But yeah, we will see Skarsgård, our boy Skarsgård is
Do we know if this is a multi-season TV show or is it a one and done?
I don't know if this is a one and done. I haven't really looked into that.
Okay. Well, we will have to do a little
We'll see how it ends to see if they even leave anything up. My guess is if they do, they'll rewind another 27 years and do a season back in, what is this, 60 or 50,
this is the origin story.
You think so? Because we don't know how long Pennywise has been on Earth, because we know he's an alien. He's not.
That's true.
So there's always room for that.
Yeah.
I mean, if this season ends to him going, then that means the next time he appears is 27 years later, and we already have that in It Chapter 1.
Right.
So we'll see. I'm sure they'll figure out something. They're smarter than us. We have our ideas, but
yeah, and I feel like he would have been here for that big huge pile of shit he had in that sewer. I feel like he was here for many cycles.
Been here, yeah. So no, I'm fine if they rewind another 27 beyond 62, whatever that math is. That'd be in the 30s somewhere. 35?
35, yeah.
I'm down with that. That was at the very beginning of cinema days. So let's do that, yeah. Yeah. Back in King Kong and Universal Monster days, baby. So, I mean, all these kids love to go to the movies, apparently.
Yeah.
So, lesson learned, if you don't want to get killed by a killer clown, stop going to the movies.
Yeah, that's a risk I'm willing to take.
Amen, brother. Amen to that.
So yeah, I'm really looking forward to visiting these next 7 episodes. It's funny when we finished watching it, or actually earlier tonight, and my wife was like, "So we have to wait to watch the next episode?" I was like, "Yeah, we can't. One episode."
I mean, it's up to you if you want to binge it all, but like I'm doing it one at a time just so I don't blend them together.
So I'm gonna do them one at a time, and my wife was like, "Well, we could binge it, and he wouldn't know." I was like, "Yeah, but it would be really hard to differentiate."
I say go for it, but
and our point of this segment is to get initial reaction.
yeah, and then separating what you know but you can't talk about yet, all that shit. Yeah, no. So yeah, I'm gonna watch it every week. I almost forgot this week, that's why I watched it today. I was like, oh yeah, we're watching Welcome to Derry.
Well, and I thought about watching it earlier, but I think I'm going to try and watch it on Fridays just because then it's fresh in my mind when we talk about it.
Right. Overall, though, I think my favorite thing about this first episode is that literally nobody's safe. I
Yeah.
mean, literally nobody's safe.
People that
So
you thought were going to be the cornerstones of
the
rest
entire the series, yeah.
are like 3 of the 4 are already gone.
So like I said, that's it. They're trying to go. Okay, can I like these kids for an entire season? And then no, it didn't matter because they're fucking dead.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, nobody's safe. Not the kids or nothing. I'm like, let's bring it on. Just
Even
try
the
not to
little,
get attached to any kids.
even the little fucking girl that was in it for like 3 scenes. And
Yeah.
the last time you see her is when the
Reaching out.
the one girl is sitting there holding her the rest of her arm that was left.
Yeah. Yeah. They're not pulling back any punches. It looks like on this show. So I'm curious to watch the rest of it.
I am excited to watch it. Yes.
Hell yeah. So yeah, look, tune in for episode 2 reaction for sure. All right, well, let's jump into some monkey movies, shall we?
Monkey Madness.
Monkey Menace. Let's talk a little childhood of mine, a little Born to Be Wild.
Born to be wild.
Before I revisited this movie, I went through and I was reading reviews and stuff, what people's opinion was on this and why it flopped, and it got really bad reviews and shit. So that was really starting to piss me off. I'm like, this movie's fan-fucking-tastic from what I remember as a kid, but now I'm about to revisit it. So then I started it, and my little memories flash back. Like, I'll talk about certain sections as we discuss this movie, but I remember how many times I'd rewind just certain parts on my VHS.
Yep.
And one of it was the beginning when the kid is running away from the cops. I would rewind that part all the time because I really liked the song that was playing in the background. And, that was pre like Spotify, so I couldn't just go like look it up. So I just kept rewinding that just so I can listen to that song. It's kind of my early introduction to rock and roll.
Oh,
But yes, this is a movie from 1995. I always thought it was Disney. It's not. It's
I did
Warner
too.
Brothers.
right. So whenever it popped up Warner Brothers at the beginning, I was like, oh, that's why I couldn't find it on Disney. I could have sworn this was a Disney movie. I swear to God, I used to watch this movie on the Disney Channel.
Right, that's what I thought, and I always thought the clamshell cases were exclusive to Disney, but apparently not, because that came in a clamshell case or whatever, yeah, too.
Huh.
But okay, yeah, I don't. Maybe it was Disney. I don't know, but yeah, that just threw me off because it seems like a very Disney thing to do too.
Or
Because,
I swear I watched this movie on Disney Channel.
but I mean, this movie is a common story of a kid befriends an animal.
Yep.
Animal needs to be rescued and set free because before the bad people get him. What inspired this because this was going off of the massive success of Free Willy.
Yeah.
So after Free Willy, that's when we started getting all these kids becoming friends with different animals. Like we had Andre. Remember Andre, where a kid became a friend with a seal?
I never heard of Andre.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. We had Monkey Trouble.
Monkey Trouble. Yeah, Dunstan checks in.
Dunstan Jackson, yeah. And we had Born to Be Wild with Katie the Gorilla. And the reason, the sole purpose why she had the little red patch on the front of her head is for marketing purposes. So if this movie is successful, they could sell dolls and they would know exactly what it's from.
Seriously?
Yeah, that's the only reason why it has a red patch on his fucking head.
Oh my.
But so do you recall watching this movie at all as you were watching it?
I remembered bits and pieces, but I didn't remember the story really at all. Like, it's one of those movies that I watched as a kid, I know, and I remember watching it as a kid. But like when I watched it as a kid, I watched it and didn't retain it.
Well, this movie's definitely a paint by numbers thing that we've seen a million times.
Yeah.
I'm sure we get to see the camaraderie, so we get attached to them. Then we get the drama of the separation, and then the finale of either setting the animal free or the owner winning the rights or whatever. But I'm okay with that because the movie itself is what I enjoy, and this movie tickled the shit out of me when I was a kid. What'd you think of the gorilla suit in this one? Like I said, the Congo suits were awful. This one I felt was pretty fucking believable.
I thought it was really good. There were times that I found myself wondering if it was a real person or if it was a person or if it was an actual gorilla that they trained.
So that's good. That made you think of it because the whole time it was always a person. It was never a gorilla.
Yeah.
Never once. And whoever performed Katie the gorilla in this is fucking awesome and hilarious. And I need to look that up. I don't know why I didn't look that up. Because his mannerisms and shit cracked me up. Like, okay, so like other scenes that I would constantly rewind on my VHS. There was, there's like when the gorilla sneezes and falls over on its ass. That fucking, that always cracked me up. When talking about in the van, like don't open that soda in the van, and like, and then where are you at? And then Katie's like doing and then smacks the fucking ceiling for some reason. That fucking cracked me up. But the part I rewound the most times, over and over and over, and I did again at 40 years old because it fucking made me in tears laugh, is when Katie's in the back of that truck of the guy with all the gag gifts and magic tricks and shit. The little buzzard in the mouth and the head tilt, that fucking cracks me up, and the bubbles and stuff. But
Drinking the bubble bath, or drinking the bubbles.
But the whoopee cushion, not just because it's a fart joke. I mean, I love me some fart jokes. But just how long the fart was and Katie's fucking face reaction while the long ass whoopee cushion fart's happening, and then it even has a little squeak at the end of the fart. Mm-hmm. And then it throws the whoopee. I fucking love that scene. So fucking much. I laughed just as hard as I did when I was 10 years old when I revisited this 30 years later.
That's a good sign.
Oh my God, I was in tears. Probably 5 or 6 times. I was like, okay, I better go ahead and finish this movie because I didn't laugh less at all rewinding that scene. So I was like, okay, I need to stop laughing. I'm starting to hurt from laughing so hard. So I just need to continue. But then we continue and we get John C. McGinley, the hippie uncle, who I absolutely love. And I've been binge watching Scrubs, so it was fun to see him in this hippie role, even though he's the asshole doctor in Scrubs.
I hate to see young Frankenstein's monster as a bad guy.
Yeah, Peter Boyle. All right. You know what? Because everybody always thinks of like Everybody Loves Raymond or Young Frankenstein. Anytime I've ever seen him, I've always thought of Born to Be Wild, and that's why I've never liked him, because he's always been a villain in my heart. Because what a fucking asshole in this.
Why would you do that to monkeys?
Fuck yeah, fucking prick. R.I.P.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, that was an area to cast. The paramedic / sheriff guy, he was in The Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay.
He was one of the running men with him. Because I revisited the 80s Running Man before I watched the new Running Man, and I was watching him, and I was like, I know him from something, and then it clicked. I'm like, he was the guy in Born to Be Wild! And I got really excited because I actually remembered something while I was watching it. So, as the movie's going on, what's kind of your initial... Are you laughing at all? Are you entertained?
Oh, I was entertained, yeah. I mean, it was bringing back a lot of memories for me.
Yeah. What's a scene or a part or anything like that you liked?
Whenever she's supposed to stay in the van while he goes into the store, and then the cop comes talks to him, and like the van starts rolling off, and
yeah, as the van's rolling, she grabs that stuffed fucking dinosaur and it's fucking squeaks. That's what I'm saying. Those little performances here and there. It's like easy comedy, but it's hard to perform comedy, and I think they aced it in this movie. Like I need to look up whoever performed in that gorilla suit and see if they did anything else, because I gotta watch it. This guy was good.
If they also performed in another gorilla suit.
Yeah, or just some kind of something, like that Doug dude that did a bunch of performance movies, like the zombie from Hocus Pocus and dude from Pan's Labyrinth and Hellboy. Doug Jones is his name. I wouldn't be surprised if it was him. But yeah, I mean, Katie and this kid's interaction. I mean, this kid's kind of a punk. He annoys me a little bit. He's too much of an angry teenager. Too much teenage angst coming from this kid.
He is literally rebelling.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden he's just this animal activist.
Yeah. And then they go, "Oh, today's my 15th birthday." I'm like, "God damn, he was that fucking young doing all this shit." Okay.
Mhm.
I will say I'm pretty sure because I was thinking really hard about this. Because I mean, this movie came out when I was around 10 years old, so I'm developing my first crushes like the Pink Ranger, Miss Elizabeth,
And the
uh,
redhead.
and well, yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer. I'm pretty sure this is my very first ginger redhead crush ever. Good old Lacey in this movie. I had to look her up to see where she's at now. She's not acting anymore, but she's a smoke show.
That's not surprising.
She's a smoke show. But yeah, yeah, that's how I discovered I like nerdy, pasty redheads. Was Lacey when I was 10 years old. I'd have to say, kudos on her. I don't know. I'm learning that there's not many types of women that I don't like.
Yeah, like the ones that talk to you.
I mean, none of them talk to me. I don't know what you're talking about there. And it was cool of her to help out this kid. I thought it was hilarious when she's throwing all the shit down from the balcony to help him out.
Yeah.
And is that it? And she said, yeah, and then throws the wad of money onto his head, and it's just I don't know. I love this movie. So I want to hear more how you feel about it, because obviously I dug the shit out of this movie.
Like I said, this movie brought back a lot of nostalgia for me because, like I said, I know I watched it many times as a kid, and like I said, I swear I watched it on Disney Channel, but it was obviously not a Disney movie.
Well, since it's a familiar movie, because like I said, there's many other movies like this too. That's probably another nostalgia
No,
factor.
I
It's very familiar.
remember this movie.
Okay.
Like, I didn't remember how it ended. I didn't remember a lot about it, but I know I watched this movie many times.
I was gonna say typical Disney fashion back in the 90s, but this isn't even a Disney fucking movie. I keep forgetting it's a Warner Brothers movie, but a lot of stuff that definitely would never happen in real life. Not with the whole printing of Gorilla, but like all the legal ramifications and
Oh yeah,
or fucking Biff, the
Putting
cop.
Biff. Yes, I forgot him. Yeah, I was gonna mention him. Like we were sitting there, I was like, oh my god, it's Biff.
What's the difference between a swap market and a meat market or a flea market and shit like that? All the random questions he's asking.
Right. But yeah, like putting the gorilla on the witness stand. No.
Yeah, yeah. The dude, the interpreter, he's in a bunch of movies.
Oh, and his lawyer.
Oh yeah, that's dude from Ferris Bueller.
Gravity's
And,
good. Gravity is wise.
yeah, and Twister, and yeah. Yeah, that's a random role for him. Doesn't even show up at the very end there. I guess he wasn't quite as relevant yet, but even though he was in Ferris Bueller's Job, I don't. And this is just the year before Twister, so because Twister was '96. This was 95.
Yeah. But no, like there was a lot of. And in the '90s when this came out, there was a lot of animal activist movements that this was probably kind of placating somebody that wanted to have a movie about something like that.
Again, thank you, Free Willy, for all that shit. 'Cause
Right.
Free Willy was '93. And yeah, and thanks to Disney and Warner Brothers, apparently it's easy to fall in love with animals and want to protect them and all that stuff because we think we can become best friends with them. Like I really thought it's very plausible to become a best friends with a gorilla thanks to this movie.
And anybody that tries is going to be
They're gonna be really sorry.
sorely mistaken.
Oh my god! When Katie covers herself in flour and is trying to pose as one of the statues in the back of the hippies van,
Right.
I was like, "That's fucking classic. That's so good."
So I'm sorry. Whenever they showed up to the guy from Scrub's house,
Yeah,
and
John Cena.
there's all those fucking statues out front. I'm like, is this guy related to Medusa? Like, are they like?
Hey, yeah,
Those fucking statues.
nice little pull there. Yeah, there's a spin-off where it turns out the hippie uncle was some kind of sorcerer like Medusa and turned everybody
The
into
curly
stone.
hair was just a trick, and those are actually snakes. He's actually a gorgon.
Yeah, coming up with great ideas that nobody would watch because nobody gives a fuck about Born to Be Wild or I'd watch it though.
It'd definitely be a very niche group of people that would watch it.
Before we get into the ratings, I will say it is giddy as I am about this movie. It's not a Miss Davis for me.
I was wondering. I didn't think it was quite there for you.
No, I think just the ending, just kind of. I didn't like that he sent Katie off into the wild. I was like, dude, you went through all that, got rights to Katie. You can obviously be domesticated with her because she's more human than she is gorilla in in this movie.
Right.
Granted, a big child that steals your hamburgers and shit, but.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, that was just the selfishness in me. I'm like, you went through all that and you're just gonna fucking get rid of her. But and then the trial, I thought that was a little weird. I don't know. There's just random little moments here, and then Katie getting sick. I just didn't like seeing that. I'm like, I'm having too much fun with Katie.
Yeah.
But then she started feeling better right in the fridge. But yeah, so it's not quite a Miss Davis. But it's talking ratings, though. I'll go ahead and give mine. I give it a solid 8 for sure.
Okay.
Like revisiting it, I was like, I wonder if I had the same sense of humor as I did when I was 10 years old. And it turns out, yes,
Turns
I do.
out you do.
Yep, the same exact fucking sense of humor, fart jokes and everything,
Yeah.
burp jokes. I mean, come on. What's your overall opinion on this?
So for me, I mean, I kind of already gave all my talking points, but
Right.
I mean, at the end of the day, the nostalgia for this movie is a driving factor. Like anything that takes me back to my childhood, I'm always going to enjoy revisiting it at least once. It may not be something I revisit.
Did you have any like actual like laugh out loud moments watching this?
Yeah, yes, I don't recall off the top of my head what they were.
You mean the whoopee cushion that make you fall off your bed in tears?
No.
I'm again 10-year-old humor here.
So I mean, overall for this movie for me, took me back. I'm a little under what you gave, but I gave it a 7.
Oh, nice. I'll take that. I'll take that for sure. Hell yeah. Because like I said, the rest of the internet and reviewers, they shit all over the motherfucker. I'm like, fuck all of you. That's why you can't trust a critic.
I've always found that the critics or the people in the know rate a movie, if they give it a 3 or a 4, I'm probably going to like it. If they give it a 10, I'm probably not.
A lot of things that ran is just the technicality of it, how it didn't look like a real gorilla, and how unoriginal it was. I'm like, fuck all that. Did it entertain you? Is the main thing. Right. That's how I look at movies. Did it entertain you or not? I don't care how many times you've seen it.
Was it worth your hour and a half or hour and 45 minutes?
Or how fake it looks. Because I always think of the quote from Fanboys, to kind of paraphrase a little bit. He's like, you got to keep the crappy effects and cheesy puppets. That's what makes it special. You know, if everything was perfect, clean, and stuff like that, I don't think it would stick to you.
Did you enjoy the movie?
Yeah.
Was your hour and a half well spent?
Yes.
If it was well spent, then
for 30 fucking years. There's not even a Blu-ray release of this, so hopefully, because Vinegar Syndrome just cut a deal with Warner Brothers. I hope this is one that they do.
I know what one of the first purchases will be.
Oh man!
Or who one of the first purchasers will be?
Oh yeah! I'll get number 0001 of the fucking releases.
10101.
No, we're doing binary or whatever. All right. Well, before we jump into Link, our first time watch for both of us, a very very interesting take. We're gonna do another quick piss break. Yep. Right.
Ho ho
ho! That season's over, bro. We ain't doing Christmas no more. God damn it! But we are back to talk a movie called Link. I found this movie. I've never even heard of this movie before. I found this movie just because the new movie Primate that came out. It's about a killer chimpanzee, and I came across a movie about a killer chimpanzee in the 80s with Elizabeth Shue in it. I'm like, you know what? I don't even need to watch a trailer or nothing.
The other shoe has dropped.
I'm just like, this is a selection. We're going to watch this. That was my decision on that. And then after I said we're going to watch Link, then I went and watched the trailer. I'm like, oh boy. Here we go. So yeah, it stars Elizabeth Shue and Terrence Stamp. aka General Zod, aka what the fuck was his name?
Chancellor Valorum.
Chancellor Valor. I feel like I need to revoke one of my Star Wars man cards there. For
Yeah,
not knowing that.
I figured you would at least know who Chancellor Valorum was, but don't worry, my wife didn't know either. So
Wow, yeah, and I feel like she's a bigger Star Wars fan than I am.
he's a very small role in Episode 1. He's the chancellor that they.
I was gonna say he's not a big role there.
He's the chancellor that they displaced to get Palpatine elected to chancellor.
Right. And one of his later roles was in Last Night in Soho that just came out a few years ago.
I haven't seen that one. I want to see it.
It's fantastic. I mean, Abby won't like it because it's got the cat
Her
lady.
favorite actress.
Yeah.
Taylor Joy.
Still a hell of a fucking movie though. Directed by Edgar Wright. Is Terrence Stamp still alive? That's what I'm looking up right now. I don't know if he recently died or if that was somebody else. Terrence Stamp.
While you look that up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, we looked that up. What you got?
This movie for me, I put myself in the 80s mindset. The opening sequence was kind of hard to follow, like trying to do the eyes of the monkey without seeing the monkey, and then following the cat, and then killing the pigeons, and the girl that was like freaking out. And
Right. I found out, yeah, he did just die in August. He just died just this last August 2025. He was, how old was he when he died? He was 87 years old when he died.
Okay.
So he lived a long life, yeah.
Yeah, the opening sequence was a little tough to follow, a little slow.
Mm-hmm.
But for the 80s, it was intriguing. Like that's not a typical opening sequence that you would see in the 80s.
Right. So, I mean, the way this movie paced itself, it's hard for me to even classify it as a horror film because it really didn't start becoming a horror till like the last 30, 45 minutes.
Yeah, I don't consider this a horror film at all.
It's more of just a fun watching training with monkeys and them learning how to talk through their machines and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, that's the synopsis. It's this American woman over there in England going to the professor's house to learn more about the monkeys, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I didn't pay attention exactly why she went there.
Because she was just trying to get into zoology and needed...
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she, you could tell that the professor was a little eccentric just because, like, when she showed up to his house, he was like, well, you're not supposed to be here until tomorrow.
Yeah, he was giving Dick Hole vibes for sure.
Yeah.
So I was starting to wonder, I'm like, is he the villain of this? Is he like a mastermind behind these monkeys?
And then you had the guy that he came to put down, Link.
Yeah. Now, because like when I was watching this movie, I probably need to watch it again with a different mindset because I was just kind of marveling at the just the filmmaking aspect of this movie the whole time. 80s and their decisions on like camera angles and editing, because this movie that they're working with real chimps.
Yeah.
You know, we only know people in monkey suits and now these days digital monkeys. But this is a movie that I'm pretty sure it had to be fucking hard to make this movie working with chimps.
I'm sure.
As smart as they are, it's not like they have to, like, they know their cues and learn their lines and shit. So I can only imagine, you know, you got, like, the animal trainers in the background yelling, now go over here and look this way. And
right, like, you have to shoot the scene without voice, or, like, with voice, but, like, you're going to be overwriting the voice with a different voice acting scene.
And you can never do a movie like this again with modern day animal protection people. Was that company that fucking protects all the animals? PETA. Yeah.
People eating tasty animals.
Yep. Yeah, they definitely wouldn't allow this happen because the situation they put some of these chimps in, like they kind of smashed this monkey between the cage opening
Hmm.
and there's a part where Elizabeth Shue's like mad at Link and like is literally smacking it in the leg and shit, telling it to get out of the way. And I'm like, I'm surprised the chimp just didn't go ahead and smack her upside the head for doing that shit.
Right.
I was like, this is a well trained fucking monkey.
And I did not know. I did not see a little disclaimer at the end that said no animals were harmed in the making of this film.
No, because we literally just watched Elizabeth Shue smack the shit out of one. And I'm guessing they went with this main chimp Link as the main star because he's probably the most well trained. But he did not look menacing at all.
No, he just sat there with like a blank stare looking at you.
Hmm.
Okay, what
And he was an interesting chimp to where it almost looked like he was a mix between a chimp and an orangutan. Like really didn't have the hair.
I believe the synopsis on where we watched it at. Like, so I ended up having to buy this on Voodoo Beat, but it was only $5. So we
Fair enough.
I'm pretty sure it said that he was an orangutan butler.
Orangutan. Okay. So maybe he is part of the orangutan family. But that's a small ass orangutan. You know, as much as I love monkeys, you think I know more about the species, but I don't. I don't know anything. I just enjoy watching them at the zoo and stuff.
I was gonna say our zoo has a pretty good monkey exhibit.
Hmm. Oh yeah, anytime I go to the zoo, I'm always most excited to go to the monkey cages, baby.
It's called the Apes and Man.
I didn't know that was the name of it. I always avoid the snake pit, and I always go straight to the monkeys. But god damn it, every time I'm with somebody to the zoo, I always have to go to the snake pit because everybody wants to see the amphibians and all that shit, the reptiles and all
The
that.
jungle's
Yeah.
my favorite.
Jungle is cool, especially when you get shit flying by your head. I'm like, oh, hey, hello.
Yep.
That's cool. We do have a cool zoo here in Wichita, Kansas for people to.
Wichita has one of the better zoos in the nation.
Yeah, I've definitely recommend that. If I know there's really not any tourist attractions really in this area, but
I want to say Wichita used to be in the top 10 in the nation. I don't know if they still are.
is San Diego still considered the best zoo, or did somebody like overtake that zoo?
To my knowledge, San Diego is still the best.
Still the king. And I love zoos, so I definitely love to visit San Diego if I ever had the chance to, for sure. Or any place that has a sloth. If I ever got to hold a sloth or pet a sloth, I'm gonna cry like a
I think they
baby.
have sloths at Botanica.
Yeah, and Tanganyika. I
Or
think they
maybe
have sloth.
Tanganyika is what I meant. Yeah. So Tanganyika is literally 3 miles from my house.
Right. But I saw recently in the news, two of their sloths died. So I'm like, I hope they find new sloths and don't get rid of that, so I don't miss my opportunity to fucking meet a sloth.
Ha.
I'd rather hold a sloth though than play with a chimp. I don't trust any chimps. Huh? Why you keep barking at me? What's going on here?
I was being the sloth from Zootopia.
Oh, okay. You're. I've only seen Zootopia once. I don't remember that.
I love Zootopia. Zootopia is a great movie. I haven't seen the second one yet, but
Yeah, I thought about watching the second one. I was like, no, I got to go revisit the first one. But I do remember that slow ass sloth. I do remember that.
and he was driving the fucking Ferrari or whatever that was going like 100 miles an hour.
What is your favorite part of a zoo?
I told you it was a jungle.
Oh, that's right, the jungle. I do like the penguins too. I do like the
I
penguins.
thought that was an interesting choice for Midwestern Kansas.
Have a penguin exhibit.
Yeah. And it's not even an indoor exhibit, it's an outdoor exhibit.
Yeah, exactly. But yes, long story short, there though, we do have a good monkey exhibit here.
Really, a lot of their exhibits are very, very good. They just expanded the elephants not long ago. They're putting a lot of work into that zoo.
I wonder how well trained our monkeys are. So if let's say me and you decide to make a monkey movie, if we can go hire one of those monkeys from from the zoo to be our link, our missing link.
No, I don't think they're they are all fat and happy.
Oh, fat and happy. Yeah, for sure. What was okay? So we had Link. We had what was it? Imp.
Imp, yep. The one that was at the end that she was like, "Oh, he was such a nice guy. He was just trying to hide out and get
I
away."
mean, I don't blame dude for being like, hold on.
Then as they pull away, you see that Imp killed all the sheep that were out in the field.
Jesus. Yeah, the decision behind the because I was kind of reading a little bit behind the scenes of Link, and they had plans for a sequel, but there was no success at all to this movie.
Doesn't surprise me.
I mean, something I was really happy to see is Elizabeth Shue has nice side boobs.
Yes. We were watching it. My wife and I were watching it. She's like, "Hey, there was some Elizabeth Shue side boob for you." I was like, "I know. I was hoping it would be full boob."
And I learned, that there was that far shot of Elizabeth Shue standing there naked. It was a body double. It wasn't her.
What?
Yeah. Somebody that looked just like her. Because I was like, I swear that was her. No. That was a nice ass. I was like, that's not Elizabeth Shue. Son of a bitch.
So the side boob wasn't even Elizabeth?
The initial side boob was her when
Okay.
when you get the back shot and she's taking off her shirt or whatever. And you have the perverted ass Link standing there definitely admiring him some yeah. I was like, man, this monkey's about to do some nasty shit.
I thought it was going to turn into a bestiality movie for a minute.
Yeah, because he was eyeballing the shit
I
out of
was
her.
legit like, Andrew, what did you just make me watch?
Right? He was eyeballing the shit out of her. We got to talk about some of the effects in this movie, though, because they're all bad. There's not really good special effects in this movie. For the most part, they are real monkeys, but every once in a while you get the overhead shot, and that's because somebody in a suit, and you can tell clear as day somebody in a monkey suit.
Yeah.
Because it looks like a store bought from fucking dollar store monkey suit. It was pretty bad.
You definitely did not have Jim Henson doing their wardrobe.
Oh, and any animal lovers out there, there are animal deaths more than just monkeys. There's like a dog death, there's cat death, but they look so fake to where it will not bother you at all. So you can watch this movie and be fine because those look
the opening
awful.
the opening scene whenever the cat's dead, it's like that doesn't even look like the same cat.
They looked plastic as fuck. All the dead animals in here, they didn't look like they had fur on them at all. They just looked like a weird plastic thing that you shove a light bulb up its ass and it glows type of fucking statue or whatever. And they were just so stiff. Like rigor mortis sat in instantly with these animals.
It was not the greatest for sure.
Mm-hmm. Or the shot towards the end when Link is falling down into the fire. It was one of those weirdest shots where it was just a picture of a monkey falling down into the fire. That was pretty bad. That was a weird ending too. The Link standing on top of the building and it explodes and he falls down into the fire.
Right.
That was a weird decision to kill the killer monkey. That wasn't intimidating at all.
Nope.
He was strong as fuck, though.
Yeah, he was. Flipping the car over and shit.
Yeah, and he was just so casual about everything. Like I said, breaking through the ceiling, and he like this guy was this monkey was supposed to be evil, but I was like, I still want to befriend it. I kind of like this guy.
I didn't get evil out of that monkey at all.
Yeah, I'm like, I know he's pissed off at you guys, but I think me and him get along just fine. I think we.
But I literally feel like he was just taking the situation as it came.
Yeah. I wish we got a little more out of Terrence Stamp, like why he just randomly disappeared and we didn't see him until at the bottom of the well randomly. Right. So that was weird. I would like a little more explanation, a little more story behind him and why he died and how he got killed.
That was going to be part of the sequel.
I guess, yeah, to explain more of because why did Link go crazy like he did, or has he always been crazy? Well, I guess he did have a history of killing people that we kind of learned throughout it. Yeah. Oh, so I guess he was evil the whole time. I don't know. It was weird. I might have to revisit it someday just to kind of learn more of what was going on in this movie.
Well, I own it now, so I will probably revisit it again at some point.
But like I said, I was just marveling at the interesting 80s filmmaking. and really bad edits. There was really bad cuts in this movie. That just did not make sense to me. That's the editor in me. But with all these complaints, I did kind of enjoy watching this movie. I didn't hate it.
For being an '80s movie, it wasn't as bad as I was expecting. Cause like
For being a bad '80s movie, it was it was still enjoyable, I would say.
like I was literally not sure what we were getting into.
Yeah, like I said, I had no idea. I didn't even watch the
I
trailer
was
when
really
I picked this
nervous
movie.
as we were getting through the opening scene. And it settled down. It actually had some story, and
But you still knew automatically what you were getting into. So you had enough time to put your mindset into, okay, I know exactly what kind of movie I'm about to watch here. Which is fine. It's nice to get a little precursor of, okay, I got to get my mind right on what kind of movie I'm watching here.
Yep.
And I sure did.
Well, I'll go ahead and give my rating first on this one.
Okay.
Like I said, at the end of the day, there was a lot of things I didn't really enjoy, but there were parts that I did enjoy. I own it now, so I probably will revisit it at some point just to see if I change my mind. But I get a 4 for this one.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is not a good movie by any means, but I was still entertained just seeing these live monkeys and watching how they performed and how they pulled off what they thought looked good. Apparently, because I mean, they did post production and watched it and said, "We got a movie, let's release it."
Right.
Somehow they thought that was gonna spawn sequels, and I'm glad it didn't. I don't want to.
I'm glad it didn't either.
I'm glad it didn't. But I do have a history of enjoying bad movies. I just spent $50 on Troll 2, and that's one of the worst movies ever fucking made, but I love it. So, like, I like me some bad movies. And like I said, I do want to revisit it with a different mindset than I came into it. But initially, I'll give it a 6. I'm gonna go 6, just above 500 there.
Fair enough.
I mean, randomly picking a movie that I didn't even watch a trailer for. Like both of us said, we had no idea what we were getting into. So, not a bad outcome for going in completely blind on a movie.
Oh, right. Like I always I try to find movies that. So my goal for this year is to have a movie that I at least like, and a movie that I haven't seen before, and I sometimes don't even know what I'm getting into with it.
Yeah, that's exactly how it was in this one. I picked a movie I loved, and then I picked a movie where I'm like, let's see what happens. But it goes along with the theme.
Yep.
And me and you both love doing our themes every week. So
Speaking of things,
that's part of the fun is doing themes every week. So I'm glad you're on board on doing themes.
I enjoy the theme part. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always fun figuring it out, especially trying to go beyond what you didn't realize would be a theme until you connect the dots.
Right.
But yeah, okay. So yeah, speaking of themes, what are we doing next week, sir?
So our theme for next week, as most of you, well, anybody that's still up to date with us, we are getting ready to start the NFL playoffs tomorrow. So we're going to do a couple football movies.
Okay.
We are my initial movie that I'd originally chosen. I'm going to hold off a little bit because draft is coming up in a while. So I'm going to try and hold off till draft time to do draft day.
Draft day, yeah. Okay.
So what we're going to do instead is Friday Night Lights.
Okay.
And North Dallas 40.
I have not seen North Dallas 40.
I haven't either.
All right. Nice.
I have obviously seen Friday Night Lights. I love that movie.
Yeah, I've seen it too, but I do need to revisit though to refresh myself.
But North Dallas 40 I've not seen, and it's even about your team.
Oh, is it? Yeah, see, I really don't know that. I know enough about Debbie Does Dallas, but I don't know North Dallas.
So from what I saw on this movie is one of the Dallas players from the 70s wrote a book, and this movie is loosely
kind
based
of
on
spun off of it. Yeah. Okay. So it's a 70s movie. Okay.
I don't remember what year it is, but yeah, it's the only one that's going to come up when you search for North Dallas 40, and I think it was free on Pluto.
Okay, good call. Yeah, we're plowing right into we'll be right into the divisional playoffs next week when we do that. So yeah, good
Yep.
call, sir. Good call. I like it.
I thought about waiting until my next pick for football, but we'll be nearing the Super Bowl for that point, I think.
Yeah, sure. All right, cool. I'm down. All right. Well, there you have it. We got our first monkey movie of the year. It won't be the last. Now there will only be one more, and that'll be Planet of the Apes. Spoiler alert. Maybe, unless some more monkey movies come out. If I really enjoy Primate, we might be doing it later on when it's on streaming. But yeah, I have been Faye,
I have been the Colonel.
and this was another fantastic Sons of Screens.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
We'll see you next week, right in the thick of the playoffs.
Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
There you go.
Opa!